there, and welcome to All About the Love with Annie Parker. Today is my very first podcast. It's pretty exciting. And Miss Alicia Weems is my very first guest. And today we are going to be talking about her new coaching business called Blended with Balance. She is a very grounded, calm woman that can help you untangle the issues that happen so many times when people are co-parenting. And we giggle, we get into details, we discuss just how much she can do for you, and I hope you will enjoy the ride. Welcome to All About the Love. Are we starting? Okay.
We don't have to. Let's
No. I think it's perfect. We'll just go from here.
Take that out, right?
Hello there. This is All About the Love with Annie Parker. This beautiful creature is Miss Alicia Weems. She is Blended with Balance and is a coach that helps people figure their shit out when you have a multitude of things going on within your divorces, your remarriages, your sperminations, your births, the conglomeration of everything that happens when you have a home that is blended. And so we are here to talk about it. Hi.
Yay. Hi.
I love you.
I love you.
Tell me things.
Okay.
Okay, I can do that.
I can definitely do that. So I got divorced when I had a 4-year-old and a 4-month-old. And
of the most amazing young men ever.
Lovely boys.
Oh, God! They are so deeply, like, I get chills
I know.
Just thinking
they're
about
so
them.
great. I
They're
can't
really
believe
good.
that they're as old as they are now. Anywho, yes, so we split. And it actually went pretty smooth. For years, co-parenting peacefully together, and pretty much as good as it gets. Always like, oh my gosh, you guys do such a good, always hearing that. You guys do such a good job. It's so cool you get along, And it's like, oh, yeah, it is cool. Well,
yeah. What the fuck else would you do?
We? It's
right?
easy.
Yes.
We're raised, we have to raise these kids together, whether they're in the same home or not, So anyway, I'm cruising along life just fine, And I meet my partner now, that is now my partner for life, who has 2 daughters with 2 different moms, who and that situation is a little bit not so peaceful. So some might call it high conflict situation.
Some might call it.
Yeah. So I've started to get subjected to this. Like, I always knew people have a hard time.
Yes.
Co-parenting and divorce. You that's why people are like, wow, you guys are good at it. Because everyone's used to, people not being that good at it.
It's so in the culture acceptable.
Sure. It's
to
like,
be
oh,
in
yeah.
a shit show
with your ex. Yeah, totally.
Yes, it is spoken as acceptable.
Totally.
Which is...
Yeah.
Unacceptable.
It's wild. And then, but once you're subjected to it and in it and becoming a stepmom in it and all these things, it's like, whoa, this does not have to be this hard. I went through it. So as a stepmom, coming into this relationship, and as the relationship's growing and really whoa, what did I sign up for, But I really love this man, It was worth it to me. Mm-hmm. It was worth it to me to put in the time and get through the bullshit and then get to a place where I am now, which is content and dealing with it all so much better as a stepmom. Some people might not call me a stepmom, but I call myself a stepmom. Right. But
how long were you single before you and your now life partner got together, and how long was he single before he got with you as his new life partner?
Yeah, so let me think. So
because you had 6 years.
So I've been divorced
right?
for 12 years, and we've been together about 6.
Okay, yeah,
about
6 and 6.
Yeah.
Okay, and how long had he been from the second baby mama?
Not too long.
Not too long.
No.
So when you guys,
so I think that they were more freshly separating and whatnot. Yeah,
big thing.
Not married and really not even living together. But anyway, So that's what brought me to want to coach. You see all the toxicity going on with that situation, with the kids, with our family, with me, you know, just like all the stressors of it, and like wanting to help people in my situation, you know, or the people or the what we're calling the toxic ex, you know, helping that person. So
the toxic ex, or the toxic ex, the ex's toxic bird, like they are the ones that you want to go away from, but in all essence,
they need help. For
an adult to react in any way to any kind of familial or child connection and have kerfuffles with it, they are the ones that are needing love.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
totally.
If you're going crazy, your baby child is going crazy, like, we don't need to be so mad.
Right.
Like,
the kids
okay, so there's jealousy, there's insecurity. Let's not fuck up the kids. Let's heal you.
Right.
You know?
And you know what? It's okay if you're upset.
Yes.
You don't need to bring the child into it.
Yes.
It's okay. Both of those things can happen.
Yes.
That ex or whatever, co-parent, stepmom, whoever it is, can be upset about a situation, but don't.
You don't need
to
throw the kid into the blender.
That's where I want to help, you know?
Yeah.
So
tell me your process. So you have delighted with the ups and downs of regular life, with your separation, and then you find this amazing man, and it's a whole different fucking poo-poo platter.
Right.
You're like, oh, this is a whole different restaurant of divorce. And that titillated you to being like,
I was just feeling so stressed about it, and you know, trying to kind of help, and you know, I
for your sanity within your loving relationship.
Well, I mean, I would see the kids. I clearly can see what's happening with the children, the girl, my stepdaughters, and then also how much is stressing me out. So it's like,
and you're a grown, powerful
so
woman, and they are just on their travel to the mountain.
Yeah, she was like 4 when we met, you know, little 4-year-old.
Oh,
so anyway, it's like, it started with me just looking out for my own sanity, really, because I can't change what, you know, other people are doing. So it's like, well, can I at least need to like try to not, it's too much stress. Like, whoa, I'm just like so stressed out about this, you know, like what is going on? It's hard to sit back and watch your partner who you love go through it, you know, like trying their best to be the best dad, trying to just trying to be a good dad, you know, trying to spend time, trying to, you know, all the things. And it's, you know, big court battle, the whole thing, you know, years and years of it. And it's almost like it hit a head. Like, it was like, oh my gosh, I am so stressed about this situation, and I need to do something. I need to do something about it, you know? I can do my best to love these children and in the moment, but my own work. So that's what it's like. Like, I want to, so the process is, I'm all over the place right now.
Me too.
Scattered.
Yeah. Scattered.
You know, it's like,
we have vaginas in America, honey. It is like a part of our DNA at this point.
Yeah.
We pop out onto this land and we're like,
yeah.
Give me a post-it!
I gotta say it all.
Too much.
Yeah, give me a post-it.
Too much stuff. Yeah.
We got a post-it.
We do. We have a post-it.
We have a post-it.
Because we're professional. Well,
so yeah, like, so I want to help people from my mistakes. Like, it doesn't have to be that hard. You don't have to take on all that stress. It's okay to disengage. You don't have to get involved with everything. You know,
it's okay to drop it like it's hot.
It can be hard,
like,
though,
as soon as it comes in, you can like roosh it around for a bit, see what your tiny parts are that you need to deal with, and then drop everything else. Well, I'm one person. All I need to do is what is right for me.
Sure.
You know, in my co-parenting kerfuffles, I have such good friends and counsel, and often it is, Annie, drop it like it's hot.
Yeah.
This persnicketyness is not going to behoove anything.
Sure.
And anytime something comes at you, it's really coming at you because you've drawn it to you for a lesson.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So if your partner, your ex-partner, is coming at you, you drew it to you. So check yourself.
Yeah.
Like, don't text him, them, you know, whatever. Center yourself, you know, like, figure your shit out.
Right.
and then drop the rest.
Totally. Yeah.
Because it is so easy to get in everybody's secretarial folder.
Yeah.
And baby, my secretarial folder is way too big on my own.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I hear you.
Yeah.
No doubt.
So awesome to have somebody out there like you. We had been saying the other day, this little hottie and I have known each other for quite a while. I mean, really, Six Rivers Brewery days.
Yeah.
Long ago.
I mean,
all these Philadelphia hotties. Yeah, before we had babies. And then I did her hair for a little bit. And we had babes when I did your hair. But our babes didn't know each other. They went to different schools. And now they're little ballers together. Yeah. So now we're in the same. I get her for free. But with my son, he was at a baseball game. And I could see that he was kind of nervous. You know, he was a pitcher. It was a big game. He had lots of people watching. And I tried to like man up and do this deep breath like, breathe through your nose, okay? So it wouldn't sound like, you know, too hippie. Like, we wouldn't want to like blow his load out like, you know, a McKinleyville baseball game.
Don't forget to breathe.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that. You tried to toughen it up.
Remember the yoga we did that morning? Yeah, like, come on. So I tried to, and after the game, he's so cute. He's like, Mama, that was a little too hippie. And I was like, dude, I tried. He's
but
like,
my voice was deep.
I know. I only said breathe. I didn't say through your nose or into your belly.
Yeah.
But he's like 8 or 9 years old. And he's like, Mama, we got to be a little more covert. So I came up with this. 3 C's. And his last name's Limke. So it's like, 3 C's, Limke!
Yeah.
And it's cool, calm, collected. And that, as we can see, I am not the 3 C's.
Oh, come on.
But that is something, thank you. Right? I'm a very excitable 3 C's.
Yeah. You're definitely collected.
And you're very powerful. And when you told me, because you started this, was that almost 2 years ago? That you first started this journey? I mean, obviously.
A couple years ago,
We have been on this journey forever.
Yeah, I mean, I got officially life coach certified.
Yeah. That's when you were
co-parent classes and stuff like that, but yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
so that's when it kind of was official.
Somebody like you out there helping. It's just, it has made me so excited. And now you're actually doing it. Yeah. Because even like with me doing hair, when somebody comes in, you know, you can see it in somebody's eyes. They hear a sentence. And then it's like,
yep.
Everything goes away. Like, oh, motherfuck.
Right.
I was just looking at it over here.
Yeah, totally.
And to think of you at this helm, like, of a little healing ship.
Wow, thanks.
Being like, bitches, get in. Listen to my voice. Everything's cool. If somebody messes with you, I will beat them up for you. Like, you have that feeling, too, you know?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. So,
but yeah, you bring up a good point. Yeah, somebody comes in, there's all these issues. Maybe we're talking for an hour, you know, we're coaching, and you can just see the body language and everything, just kind of like from beginning of session to the end of session. Okay, I have a plan. It's not that bad.
Yes.
It's not going to be that hard.
So walk it through that.
So you kind of
like your first.
Yeah. So
walk it through.
Once you find me on blendedwithbalance.com. It starts with a free consultation. So it's anyone, I'll sit down with anyone, a parent on their own, a co-parent, a step parent. I mean, you really don't even have to be like in a split family. Any 2 parents or whatever, or 1 parent.
Oh,
you know?
I love that. Like, right? Like,
yeah.
Let's flirt with Alicia before you get a fucking divorce.
Yeah, there's couples, totally. There's couples that are still together and maybe they're having some issues with the parenting and stuff like that, you know, or communication, trust, whatever, you know. So anyway, free consultation, and then once I ask like 9 million questions and find out what's going on in your situation, I would then tell you what I can do to help you, and you know, go from there. And then, you know, it's your choice if we want to work together or not. Make sure it's a good fit. You know, this is a small town, so of course everything is extremely confidential, and you know, and then from there, it's like, you know, depending on the situation and what your goals are and what you're trying to achieve and where you're trying to get, how many sessions you might sign up for, or, you know, maybe 3 months. And I you know, I'd like to offer like a little tune-up, 3 session tune-up package, because not everybody needs to come and talk every 2 weeks for a year or something like that.
A Alicia hotline.
Okay, so I'm glad you brought this up. I've been thinking about that though, because think about it, like, you're in the moment. Even with therapy and stuff, like
a cool, calm, collected powerhouse to be like.
Well, there's been times of like, in a moment, like, I need to talk to someone right now, a
Yes.
professional.
Yes.
So for people who I have like established,
your clientele.
yeah,
right? They're your bitches. They're in your stable.
I want to offer that. Like,
Yes.
I get back to you within 24 hours. You know.
Yeah.
Like we can do a quick 15-minute.
Yes.
And that's just kind of part of what you know,
Yes.
I haven't really thought of like the whole pricing and tiering of all that.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I can't imagine that a quick 10, 15 minute, okay, what's happening?
Yes.
Figure some things out, maybe come up with a plan. Or even sometimes it's good to just get it out.
Yeah.
And you got it out.
I'm a 15-minute portal for whatever you want to puke into me.
Yeah.
Or like.
And that might be
I
enough.
have had some like sphinctering times and I've texted you. And like a lot of times just your one fucking sentence back to me is like,
oh, that's
you know, like I just think in any way, shape, or form like that.
Sure.
I think that, you know, a lot of times with people when I'm talking, I'm like, just breathe for a second.
Yeah.
You know,
and sometimes you don't want to
when
wait 2 weeks for your next appointment.
Yeah. But if you can just chill long enough.
Sure.
Like, don't read your trigger delight.
Yeah.
And then trigger back.
Right.
Get your beautiful gift of, hey, honey, you still have some childhood issues that you better fix before you bring it to your kids.
Sure.
You know, get that.
Yes.
Breathe. Text blended with balance. Be like, bitch, this motherfucker. Oh,
yeah,
and then you, my darling.
Yeah.
Whatever you would say.
Well versed in how to respond or not respond to.
Yes.
You know,
like if they can respond to you knowing that you are on their team.
Yeah.
If they can squirt out all of their beach ball child trauma that their ex just triggered.
Yeah.
And get it to you.
Sure.
You know, like my honey and I, sometimes we just text each other texts to somebody that we are upset with. Mm-hmm. So it's like the whole
what
energy,
you would say,
you know, like journaling or whatever.
Sure.
It like
writing a
gets
letter
it
that
out.
you never send or
yes,
something.
But to have such a safe, powerful,
space for it,
container like you.
Yeah, and that
to
would
be
only
like, I'm not
grow.
talking shit because going through a divorce, mainly when you have kids, you don't want to speak negatively about that human.
Yeah.
You loved them.
Sure.
You married them. You let them sperminate you.
Yeah.
Don't be talking
they're a
shit.
parent to your child.
Yes, and like even with my honey, I don't speak very much about any stress or strife with my ex.
Yeah.
I mean, we do, obviously. We're a partnership, but there is so much, let it go. Don't swirl it all around as much. How wonderful. Like, I have such great counsel, you being one of them, to like go to a safe spot that isn't stressing out your family more.
Yeah.
You know, like when you were struggling with your honey's baby's mamas.
Right.
Speaking to him about how much they struggled you
is
only going to light more fires within him, within them, within the girls, where if you called me, blacked out everything.
Right. And that's a boundary some people need to set. Yeah.
Yes.
Like, you know, of course we're gonna talk. You're gonna bounce things off me. Hey, guess what just happened? Whatever, certain things. But certain things, maybe I don't even need to hear. Or somebody doesn't even need to hear, you know?
This is your lesson, baby.
Yeah.
I'm your family here, and I love and support, but and
it's...
I mean, there's so many levels.
Sure.
To conversation and levels to openness. One of my biggest things is, like, the way I was raised, we didn't have very much privacy. And I thought that being really honest was kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then I learned, you know, like, honesty can be very hurtful.
Yeah.
And people can say things that you, and they're thinking that they're being good.
Sure.
And then also, like, what I did, you know, like when I left my first marriage, I didn't do it properly. Mm-hmm. And because of my lack of integrity within myself, I shared it with everybody.
Yeah.
I spoke so negatively about myself. I didn't keep anything private.
Yeah.
Where the things that were being told that were bad were actually some of the best things I had ever done for myself. Mm-hmm. But I shared how bad I was so nobody would think that I wasn't being honest.
Right.
Do you know what I'm Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and so
I hear you.
I think that it's funny, mainly like in our small town with a divorced family.
Yeah.
It's hard to be like, no, I want you to see me.
Yeah.
You know, where if instead of saying it to all these people that you do not know where it's going or how it will affect your child, if you have a place like you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Like, as a hairstylist, I have, like, sometimes I'm like,
I am going to pop with all the secrets I contain. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
And it's the best gift ever.
Yeah.
Because I know that they know that what they told me is just for me. Yeah. And the relief that had, it didn't affect their kid. It didn't affect their partner. It didn't affect the social scheme, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they trust you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get in on this. She really makes things so much better.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll be driving around the road and I tell my car, his name is McConaughey, I'm like, McConaughey, call Alicia! And I just sit there driving like, she's going to make it better. She's going to get better! Just call me back! Make everything feel better. Yeah.
I do like to make things better.
Yeah.
Or help other people figure out how to make things better. Yeah.
Yeah. And as we, kind of like what this podcast is all about.
Sure.
Like, as
all about
you
the love.
All about the love. Like, as you love and don't childhood beach ball.
Yeah.
And don't passive aggressive and don't talk slander. As you contain yourself and heal, it ebbs out.
Yeah.
So, you know, anybody that is in any sort of issue, when you have the courage to not just shit talk, but you have the courage to look for counsel, look for actual wisdom.
Right.
And you actually breathe into yourself 3 C's.
Yeah.
And deal with it.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah. It's very helpful.
And to even think how important who you hang out with is.
Sure.
You know, like, even though your boys have been gifted with such blessed and blissed, you know, because I talk about her a lot. I was calling it blended and blessed. Blended and blessed.
Blended with all the positive B words.
But yeah, I think just having anybody that is going to heal, like your boys are very blended and blessed.
Yeah.
But when they encounter somebody that has had that hardness, they're kind of helping. But it's like the more people that get a little bit of help.
Sure.
Because when my son was young, I remember learning, I was like, there were children that were struggling. And I was like, oh yes, hang out with my kid.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, wait, my son is awesome and sacred. Yeah. And you don't always want.
He doesn't need to be the healer for all the other kids.
Right?
Sure.
And so then I was like, okay, I get it. Like, you do want to always up level, but also, you know, the air mask thing on the airplane.
Sure.
And so I think about it a lot, you know, just you out there, like, air masking people all over the place. Because once somebody's air masked, then all their little children get it.
Yeah.
You know?
I like that.
So when people are, like, running around being dipwads, then the kids are dipwads. Yeah. And then when they're a dipwad, they draw to them dipwads. And then those dipwads, like,
let's not forget,
you know?
Let's not forget that kid isn't going to be a kid forever. They're going to be an adult with all these freaking issues.
Bringing it to theirs.
Because you didn't get your shit together.
Yeah.
Got to get your shit together, people.
You gotta get your shit together, people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? At the end of the day, you will feel better.
Yeah.
You will sleep better at night. Yes. And you won't be like worried about making choices for your child that are out of spite because you don't like their dad or mom. You know, you got to make choices for that kid, not out of spite.
Yes.
And you know, I see that a lot.
Yes.
And that's
not even with
really
kids.
hard to watch.
Right?
Yeah.
Kind of with anything though.
Sure.
You know,
when
anything comes in, like what?
Yeah.
There is a plethora of choices.
Right.
And I can choose
what's driving
my childhood,
yeah.
my pain, my growth, my future that I'm wanting. Everything is a choice.
Yeah, totally.
How do you want it? You know,
exactly.
And when you heal, like when I became a mama, that shit changed.
Yeah.
Like everything changed. It was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Not only are there all these choices, but every choice you make creates a different level.
Totally.
And you got a baby now.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Like
I had a co-parent once tell me, I know the right choice. I know I have to make the right choice for my kid, but sometimes I make the wrong choice because I'm so mad at their father or mother. I forget what it was, mother or father, but yeah. I know that I do it.
Yeah.
So I mean that's a great awareness. If you know you're doing that,
And
let's
when
not do that. You know,
Yes.
let's.
But how
So
much
that's where
courage
it-
for them to even...
Sure, totally. Oh,
because
totally.
so much of
Very
us
vulnerable.
are just out there... Blah, blah, blah,
It's a
knocking
very
around.
vulnerable thing to
Yes.
admit. Yeah.
Yes.
But if you're like kind of in that realm of things and you think you might be doing that,
Yep.
it can definitely be dialed in and shifted in a different way for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be like that.
I think, I mean, vulnerable, or what's the Brene Brown, the courage.
Yeah.
You know, there is
It's hard
so
to be vulnerable.
much
It's really hard.
to it. Like,
Yeah.
you know, our culture likes to be like, you're a badass if you don't feel emotion. Honey, you're
Yeah.
not making yourself or
Yeah,
the world
it's more
better
like you're
with
covering up that emotion.
You are covering
Yeah.
it, and it shows up in different ways.
Right.
Yeah.
All these negative ways
Yeah.
spewing out.
And there,
So.
yes, and when you actually can be vulnerable,
That's
mean,
where the
if
magic
you're
happens.
vulnerable and you're dysregulated, you know, you're drunk, you're high, you're insecure, you know,
Sure.
and you're vulnerable.
Yeah.
That's very different.
Oh, totally.
That is like
Yeah.
looking
Yes.
for something, but if you are
Yeah.
vulnerable,
Yeah.
you know, once again, like as the 3 C's,
Yeah.
and you know that this is the truth and that you have a safe spot, a safe container, being vulnerable is the most powerful thing you can be.
It's like, I don't know, you kind of got to go there
Yeah.
to get anywhere
Yep.
if you want to grow.
like
You know, I mean, you
Yes.
kind of have to go there. Mm-hmm. You have to admit some shit that you don't
Yeah.
want to be like,
And
that's
when
hard.
you admit
So
it, to realize
it's so
that your
much easier.
ex
Yeah.
is also,
Right.
you know, like that's what I can see you doing, is helping them be
Sure.
like, dude, look at how fuckarooski you are.
Right.
They are too.
Yeah.
Like, let it drop.
Right.
Like, all of us,
Yeah.
you know, are constipated with
It's
diarrhea, or
contagious.
like
Yeah.
are angry and horny. Like, we are all
Yeah.
the things that we wish we were and wish we weren't. We're all of them.
Right.
So if you can love yourself enough to be like, that mofo is doing the same things.
Yeah.
You know, like, find love.
Sure.
Like,
It can be contagious.
yeah.
If-
It can be
if just
contagious.
if just one of the
Yes.
parent is doing the right thing, eventually
Yeah.
that noise from the other side is going to quiet down a
Yeah,
little bit.
I was in a big kerfuffle, and I had a hippie healer. Number one, they were like, whatever comes at your child, they are here for it. They were put here for it, and this will help them be a better leader, a better family
Sure.
member, a better friend, a better lover. I think
Right.
I said Beber a few
Beber.
times there. Yeah, I just got tired of teas.
The bees.
Apparently. Yeah,
Getting more bees in there.
Just wanted to-
Getting all those bees in there.
And then along with that, and as she said it to me, it was on a walk at the beach. I just bawled like when my papa passed. Like, I had so much intensity inside of me about
Yeah.
how can I be okay with what is happening to somebody that I love,
Yeah.
you know? And then it was like, oh, because I'm not in control.
Right. It's a hard thing
That
for people to
beautiful
let go
person
of.
and that
Yeah.
beautiful person that are creating,
Yeah.
let it, you know, like, let it go and let it
Yeah.
drop. And then also that every time I thought about the person that created this angst inside of me,
Mm-hmm.
I was feeding that toxicity.
Sure.
And now I think about it all the time. Like, probably 2 to 4 times a day, I will tell somebody, baby, the more you think about it, the more they
Energy grows where
get-
energy flows.
Yeah.
baby.
Oh, hippie shit. Yes. Yes. And as that, I mean, it was a pretty
Yeah.
good, I mean, the beach is
Sure.
church, but that was a
Yeah,
very
yeah.
powerful beach walk.
Yes.
Because then, as those thoughts came in, you know, and you want to masticate it.
Yeah.
It was like, you're not doing anything
Yeah.
good. Like, let it drop.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
For
Let
sure.
it go. You really can drop
Yeah.
it like it's hot wherever you
It's
are.
okay to just let it go. You don't
Yeah.
have to be a part of everything.
I know.
We don't have to be a part of every
Oh
conflict.
my
or
Lord.
every
Isn't it
single
so
thing
funny that that's like,
happening. Yeah.
are you sure?
Yeah.
Like, we really don't?
Yeah. Are you sure I don't need to get involved with that?
I don't need to get
No,
my sphincter
you
all in a
don't.
tizzy for
No.
nothing?
You don't. Go get your hair done. Get a massage or something. Seriously.
Right?
Just keep getting better.
Make a baked potato, buddy. Like, come
Yeah.
on. Just chill.
With sour cream and cheese and bacon.
Oh, my Lord.
Put it all on
And
there.
horseradish and chive. I just
Ooh,
get so turned
horseradish.
on. Yeah.
On a baked potato. Might have to try that.
Honey.
Might have to try that.
Oh, people, is this something?
Maybe I'm like in the dark. I don't know. I never.
Oh my Lord.
Have I heard? I don't
Yeah,
think I've heard that.
broccoli, cheese. I like
Sure.
whatever.
Sure.
Obviously,
I don't
a
think
girl
I've
like me needs to eat potatoes. I should probably go down into the ground and eat the potatoes.
In the room.
Like go down
Before they come out.
I'm grounding with you.
Or before you pull them out. I don't know.
But no, I love it with butter, salt, pepper, and chives and freaking horseradish.
Wow.
I do a lot of things for horseradish and sauerkraut.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to get a little more horseradish in my life because I do like it.
Okay. So
now that we got that covered.
Now that we know all about baked potatoes, and hopefully some of you will go get them. It is winter.
Yeah, it is winter.
I mean, potatoes are kind of good any time of the year.
Yeah.
But
I love potatoes.
they could be a staple for sure.
No doubt.
Tell me more things. I think we're probably oh Lord, look, we're so good at chatting, Alicia.
We are good. We're really good
I
at
know.
a half-hour chat.
I know. Look at this guy.
Oh shoot.
What is there? Anything else?
A little take-home, maybe.
I know. I wish we could like pause and go back and see all the things. I feel like we definitely know you're amazing.
Sure.
One of my faves.
Sure.
That you have lots of wisdom and knowledge, and you've been learning.
Experience.